New Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Washington football team. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup. They're squaring off against a...
Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for visiting Washington,
they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Throwing on first down is Carr, and he finds Tyler Croft. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
There are the numbers for Samuel from that game last week. 9 carries, 62 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game, because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but all.
I'm ready for more. You fired up, I'm fired up. Don't run from rap. 1, 2, 3. Hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. Game time. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I just got 20, I'm running on empty. This mobile that came from my money is silly. I feel like envy, not trying to be friendly. It is what it is, if you want me, come get me. Whenever you ready, no, I keep it steady. Yeah, I get the W, throw the confetti. Please do not tempt me, don't hold it against me. We about that action, don't ever forget it. Squad of gorillas, the army, the navy. When I call a play, I'ma score like I'm Brady. The title is mine, if you want it, come take it. Hey, hey. I'm ready for more. Tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. I'm ready for more. Whole squad in the field, yeah, we tell them I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war. If you looking for me, you know where to find me. I leave you dusted, I leave you behind me. I flip the switch from 0 to 90. If you do too much, I'ma do the almighty. You know I got it, you know I'm...
Conferences clash in Week 13 as the football team visits the Raiders. Washington's on a 3-game win streak in the series against Las Vegas and looking to add one more. Next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Washington football team and the Las Vegas Raiders. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Carr.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Really surprised me with enough touches. He can easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
48 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries in the ballgame. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. About 3 yards there to the 27. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And down inside the 15 he goes. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led by their 4th-year quarterback out of Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Mayfield on play action. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. Steps away. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And Charles, despite this list of key inactives that we see here, they've obviously still been pretty successful.
Give everyone credit for this one because to me, when that happens, key guys are out, the next man steps up and plays well, but that starts with the organization itself, all the way through. No excuses for guys being out, finding guys who are capable backups who can step up and play when they need them, and we've seen the results of that. This team knows how to work through things.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his right. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown.
Antonio Gibson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And Washington has taken the lead. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight. And that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Derek Carr, a very precise thrower of the football. What's the game plan for going up against him? It used to be take away the short stuff, I know, but he's more than a dink and dunker, right?
And you are right about that. Great analysis of him because he has evolved as a thrower. Now he can push the ball downfield, but still, the number one things you want to take away, short passes, intermediate passes. So sharp, precise, and accurate, you've got to sit on those routes in order to cause him problems.
And now the ball's out. Carr lost it. Fumble.
And it's Washington that scoops it up.
The 30. 10. 5. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Second quarter from Vegas, the homestanding Raiders with a football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Carr.
Lets this go for Renfro downfield.
And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Another try after the 1st down sack. Mayfield looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Look, that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. 30! And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. To throw is Carr. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Carr's throw taken in by Samuel.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
2nd and 5. Play fake. Mayfield. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Casey Hayward. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. Dancing away at the 30.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
82 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders move back within a couple of the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He has not had the start to this game that he envisions here in the second quarter. He's struggling a little bit. But, hey, they're in the lead right now. So, kind of what's going on in his head, do you think, Charles?
I think that's what he has to keep in mind. Winning the ball game is not going the way he wants in terms of his own play. But, oh, yeah, that's right, winning the ball game. So don't press. Don't try and do things outside of what's going on right now. Don't try to increase your game or get yourself right. Just make sure you continue to lead your ball club and keep them moving in the right direction.
They've got that lead so far. 1 interception for him, no touchdown passes. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
And here's a give to Gibson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They'll go. It's Gibson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. Slings this deep for McLaurin. That's caught inside the 20. Washington. Terry McLaurin with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And Washington going to add on to their lead. Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And with that, the lead is up to 8. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate.
He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground, because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. On 1st and 10, here's Carr.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Carr to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have come upon...
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense ready to go to begin the third quarter.
And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change? And a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. Always got some breathing room. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold it, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
Third quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe first or second, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me.
The Washington offense back out there.
They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. And now it's down to a 1-score game.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Once more, Gibson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now Gibson.
Into the secondary again. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was obviously sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering with the Dallas Cowboys. And Washington, they felt like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And a short gain down to about the 33. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Trey Boston.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 6-yard line.
On 1st down, Carr.
He'll get this underneath to Jacobs.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll make it a 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
Carr going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Carr. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Deebo Samuel, 88 yards.
And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 5. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit.
I think he misses the Pee Wee days, you know, when you just got the orange slice at halftime, right? And remember, weren't any real adjustments then, right? You weren't looking at some tape, right? You weren't looking at stuff off of the Surface tablets. You just went back out and played. Right now, maybe the adjustments have caught up to him.
Well, we'll see. Maybe he just needs a couple orange slices here for this drive. Now Mayfield lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return from 6 and a Raider touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He'll be kind of looking to erase the first part of this 3rd quarter from his memory partner.
I think he, above all, was upset that they actually got to halftime. Because you saw him in the first half. He was really sharp.
And they had the lead.
Had the lead. Everything was going well. And you know you keep telling yourself, just stay up, stay motivated. But sometimes at halftime can kill your mojo.
Yeah, now he's had an interception, a fumble.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Carr. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and go. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield buying time to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Fights off the defender. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Well, you just totally get the sense there that a field goal was not in the game plan at all.
And the boys up front, they created the surge. I think they knew that they had the leverage advantage.
Oh, that's a great point there. Being able to get lower than the defense in front, create just enough space. And I love when those quarterbacks get low and slide in there and get it done.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Gibson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores. And a Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Shotgun now for Carr. He gets this to the former Aztec, Kahale Waring. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A big play there for the Raiders.
I think if you asked them truthfully, they would have been happy to get 8, 9, maybe even 10 yards there and give them a manageable 3rd down attempt. Instead, he found plenty of room there on the catch and run and turned 2nd and long into not just a 1st down, but a huge play.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Caleb Farley there on the tackle.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Carr going to get this to Jacobs. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And some room to maneuver. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Cleveland Farrell, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
1st down, Mayfield. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? as a runner, you're going through a pile, people are raking at the football all the time, your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that, that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer, because they need to come up with something.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Raiders on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. That will be their 3rd and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Hardman to return. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Time again to see Terry McLaurin in the Washington offense. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Mayfield looks to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 68 yards. And Washington able to make this a close game again. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense, because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham, you have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
So they got 1 of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And indeed, they will keep it on the ground. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 58-yard attempt.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Mayfield and the offense now. Down by 5. A little over 30 seconds remaining. And their 4-game winning streak in great danger. Here's Baker. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. Wow. How many people people are watching this one right here who gave up because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25. Now it's the Raiders' turn, trailing by 3 after the touchdown and 2-point conversion. 25 seconds remaining. And they're in danger of a 3rd straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Able to connect with Jacobs. And he will get to the sideline here, but that a minimal gain at best. 3 yards, possibly 4. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Carr to throw. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Mayfield taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And the Raiders are right back in this football game. Well, Charles, a game and a decision that people may be talking about tomorrow for sure. Had a chance at a long field goal there at the end to try and tie it. They elect to not.
I shall come forth as pure gold. Have you been tried in the fire? Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?